Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be making stone-ish texture. So let's move straight into business. This is a sealing machine I use to seal my cake products. So I'm going to be using it to dry my fondant because I don't have the time to wait for it. I didn't think about it before now. The better option is to roll out your fondant and allow it to air dry. But since I'm in a hurry, I'm using this sealing machine to dry out my fondant. So I have rolled out 3 colors: white, black, and ash color. So I already have a cake covered in black fondant. You can cover it in whatever color you like, but I decided to color mine in black because I want some parts to be black. You can also cover it in white. We're also going to be needing rolling pin. We're going to be needing any fondant mold that you have that can create texture. Then we're going to be needing a pizza cutter, and that is all. That is basically what we are going to be needing. So my fondant appears to be dry on the top. You know when it's dry when it has elephant skin on it. So to create additional color texture, I painted my black fondant with some gold edible dust. Okay, I just rolled it out. I did just a pity. I thought it was videoing, but it was not. So I just put some dots of gold on the fondant and then I rolled it up. So that's going to add some additional color to it. Alright, so it's time for us to start creating our texture. Creating the stone-ish fondant texture is almost like creating a marble texture on fondant. It's almost the same. It's just that in this case the fondant is dry, so that when it comes on top of your cake it appears dry. After all, we are creating a stone texture. Okay, so the fondant look will appear very dry on your cake. So while we're at it, if this is your first time of being on my channel and you like what you're seeing, please look below and click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to press the notification bell so that you know when we post awesome videos like this. We are all about wafer paper decorations, wafer paper flowers. We love to decorate our cakes with fondant. We love to do everything that has to do with cake decoration. And soon we are going to be introducing cake pricing talks on our channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also, we'd like for you to share our videos, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to also drop a comment. We'll also like to hear from you. Thank you so much for all your support. Okay, so I'm rolling out my fondant so that I can piece it out. You know, I've just blended everything together. Now I'm going to be adding some texture again using a sponge. This is a sterilized sponge that I keep specifically just for working with my fondant. It's an iron sponge, so I'm going to be using it to create more texture on my fondant. I have a video that talks about creating fondant textures. If you can look in my videos, you will see a list of other ways, a video showing you other ways of creating texture on your fondant. So now we are going to start to add our fondant texture to our cake. Okay, so all you need to do is apply some glue, sugar glue to your cake. Sugar glue is a combination of CMC and water mixed together. There's no particular proportion, just enough to create the glue you need. And then I am just tearing it out in no particular order. If you look clearly, I'm leaving in spaces in between. Okay, so I'm just going to keep covering, tearing and covering, tearing and covering until I have covered the entire surface of the cake. It's pretty easy, right? All right, now it's time to start creating more texture with our fondant mold. I'm using a jewel mold. Sorry, I forgot to show you very clearly. So I'm just adding some cornstarch to my mold and then putting in some fondant into the mold. So I'm not using any particular color. I'm actually using the remnant of my fondant texture. Now it's time to start adding the molds, molds that we have just made on top of our cake in no particular order. Feel free to experiment, feel free to just do what you want. All right, now so it's time to add some bling. You know I love gold dust. I just love gold on cake. So I've just mixed some edible gold dust with some edible spirit together, and I'm just going to be painting some parts just to highlight them. This will make the design pop out some more. I'll be painting some sides gold and just leaving out those. You can see that the black that came with the cake is in some particular places. So if you decide to make your cake white, for instance, you can decide to paint the parts that are exposed black. Okay, whatever works for you. I had black fondant, so I decided to use it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you try this out. Please let me know what you think about this design. It's absolutely beautiful and can be used on wedding cakes, on birthday cakes. This was actually a birthday cake.